Godwin, you beast! Get up! Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. Oh, what was that woman on about? Wait, before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Oh. Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me. I'd like to help you, but you can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
I can't believe this.
We'll never get away with it.
Not if you make a hash of it.
Well, all right. But I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do, exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ almighty. Fine, then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it, then.
Oh, I don't believe this. My head is banging. I just put some clothes on.
What's the matter with you? We have to start math.
I'm coming. Let me just put my clothes on. Wait a minute, please. I'm preaching my underwear. Oh, that'll do. Oh, bright lights. Okay, I'm coming. Father, I'm coming. Just calm yourself down. How are you so... fresh? He must be a seasoned drinking veteran. Oh my God. I don't believe I'm doing this. Hang on.
Never show up. The swill.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
Look at him. Mother of God. Any minute now he'll throw up.
So I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas. Hoc facite in meam commemorationem. Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
I'm curious which one of them will puke first.
Brothers and sisters, let me get straight to the point. I'd like to talk about the church and how corrupt it is.
That boy has a cheek.
One should not believe in the church, because the church is not God. God is above all things, and the church is but a means to salvation, which the prelates do not care to hear.
He's right.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, humans, hunger, and chaos. And it is all due to the corrupt servants of God who do not practice what they preach. They think sins can be washed away by money, and they sell indulgences, and that's bad. Because sins cannot be redeemed with silver.
Prague didn't do much for his confidence.
And what sins? They live with harlots and keep concubines, even though only marital intercourse for the purpose of procreation is pure. If someone takes a woman or man only to satisfy their own lust, who seduces them to do so but Satan? And how much darker the sin if that man is a servant of the church? Who can turn his face to God, who fornicates and then puts on priestly robes?
Nothing we don't know about already.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you pay enough coin to Mother Church. Look at them. They booze like hypocrites and buy expensive jewels. They servants of God. And that is not right, because Christ preached poverty. And only poverty and temperance are true virtues.
And it was almost getting interesting.
God sees what is happening on earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls instead seek mammon and the idle comfort of lucrative posts. Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you the burden of this earthly pilgrimage, who do not condemn your venial sins.
Aye, all honor to Godwin. Let him drink like one of us.
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
The
The lad spoke well, considering what a soak he is.
He's right, Dapples.
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a
I'm
silver
glad he
tongue.
came here. I don't suppose I'll ever get to Prague, and he told it nicely.
Well, well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin,
So gluttony and fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubosh tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now, slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you...
Well, now Lubosh came to me shortly after it happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out?
Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhof.
That would explain something. Lubosh kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubosh killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko, Pius, Timmy.
Pius. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it.
Oh. Excuse me. What a character. What an absolute... Never known a priest like it. Well, I think I need to...
Did I tell you about my wife's lace making?
Why are people talking so loudly? I think I'm gonna have... water. Wash my face. Oh, that's better. Oh, no, come on now. Come on. Let me get the bells. It's a bit early for dice, isn't it? Good grief. Innkeeper. I will have the heartiest breakfast you can offer. In the meantime, I gotta put my thinking cap on about what to do next.
Good health to you.
Well, thank you for your time, innkeeper. It's been... well... it's been interesting, my stay here. Oh, okay, let's get out of here. Some sliced bacon on a crusty bread roll with some cheese. Surprisingly good. It's getting over one's hangover. Oh, I already feel much better, thank you. Okay. Got a banging headache though. Right. Well, if my geography is correct, Ledechko is quite close to Rattay. So it's just checking my pockets here. I'm running out of coin as well. I'm thinking things are going to turn nasty here. Some more training with Captain Bernard probably wouldn't go amiss. I haven't been keeping my sword arm up to scratch for a couple of days now. Some training, maybe get a bit of work around Rattay, fill the coin purse up a bit, see what's odd jobs I can find. Speak with Teresa as well. I haven't seen Teresa for some time. Be nice to say hello and see how she's doing. And then once I feel like I'm ready to go, I'll just pop across to Ledechko. Maybe in a couple of days' time. I mean, I came here as quick as I could, and old Limpy Lubosh ended up dead anyway, so I think I can afford to just I don't know, where do I go? I think it was up this way. Or was it up here? No, I think it was up here. Yeah, I think I can afford to do a few odds and ends for myself now. I'll get back on the trail of Riki in a couple of days. But yeah, the first task... Excuse me, sir! Excuse me! To get myself back to Rattay. I really can't face putting my armour on right now, so I sincerely hope that I don't run into trouble on my way back. Pebbles? You're going to have to keep me out of harm's way. Let's go. Okay, and here she is. Home, sweet home. Well, as close to home as we're gonna get. Hopefully there's nothing gone amiss since I've been missing in action. Where's Captain Bernard? Maybe he's done for the day. Maybe I'll have to see him tomorrow morning for some further training then. Which means the rest of the day today I'm gonna well, oh, he's here. Hello, Captain. Good day to you. Must have come back from his lunch. Well, I certainly won't be needing lunch today. I have overindulged at breakfast, so some of Teresa's stew for supper should be more than satisfactory. Speaking of which, I think I'm going to go pop in and say hello. Excuse me. There you go, Pebbles. As I said, home sweet home, right? Right. I'll be back soon. Okay, I could go see Teresa a bit later, but I think maybe I'll go check in with the bailiff, see if there's anything happening around town. Well, I said I could do with a bit of coin. I'm feeling particularly broke right now. Well, comparatively speaking. 74 groschen some people would not turn their nose up at. Nightingale? Ah! Oh, no, it's not.
I said it the very day he came here. I don't like the man at all.
Well, you always had a good nose for people. He seemed all right to me at first.
Shouldn't be eavesdropping, really. Snooping in. But if they're gonna converse in the middle of the street, can't be private what they're talking about. Oh, hello there, sir. How you doing?
A good day to you. What do you need?
Have you heard anything about the Cumans in Sigismund's army?
I don't know if it's just old wives' tales, but I heard truly terrible things. May the Lord watch over you.
Well, nothing further since I was last here.
God be with you. Good luck to you.
Oh.
Certainly. I'm
Oh.
not a heathen after all.
Oh, how,
Thank you, neighbour.
how kind. Oh, very kind.
Thanks for your custom.
Ah, bailiff. Bailiff? Oh, he's walking with a purpose. I think maybe something's happening in town. Bailiff!
God be with you.
Sorry to disturb you.
You look like you've got a lot on your plate, Master Bailiff. Is work keeping you busy?
Busy? I've had so many visitors, I wouldn't wonder if the door fell off its hinges.
What's going on?
I've been given the task of putting some of the Skalitz refugees to work. It's not that there's a shortage of jobs, the problem's sharing them out fairly.
I understand. Everyone has mouths to feed.
The worst part is they won't tell you who really needs a job the most, but you might be able to help, Henry.
How?
They're like to be more honest with you, so you can find out who's in the most need. And you can decide for yourself who'll do what. Will you help?
If you need help, I'll do whatever I can.
You're a godsend. I'm sure it won't take too long. You know how the refugees are getting on, don't you? But ask around if you need to find out more.
What kind of work are we talking about?
Well, old Hagen is looking for a cook, and we need 5 carriers.
A cook and 5 water carriers. Sounds simple enough. Is there a problem?
A little. We need 3 water carriers, but the other 2 will have to carry, begging your pardon, shit. Or as the Pope would say, excrement.
Is there anyone who can tell me more about it?
Yes, the merchant Conrad Hagen is the one looking for a cook, so you can talk to him. And young Alex will know which of the Skalitz folk are best suited to the job.
How come that's such a cause for concern?
For one thing, they're afraid of me. And I can't get a straight answer out of any of them. So how the hell am I supposed to make the right choice?
Oh, they're desperate. You can't blame them.
I don't, but I might end up picking some good-for-nothing who'll just booze his wages away.
Can you tell me anything more about the cook?
You'll have to ask Hagen yourself. I couldn't get a straightforward answer out of him. Maybe he's changed his mind.
What do I need to know about the water carriers?
We need 3. Right now, some of the burgers' hands are doing the job.
And they need to go all the way down to the river for water.
Of course, where else would they get it? Gallows Hill? It's not an easy job, but someone has to do it.
What can you tell me about the other carriers?
It's dirty, but it's a job that needs to be done. There'll be more than enough work for them. Some places are overflowing.
Sounds disgusting. Why would anyone want the job?
If all else fails, I'll pay 2 groschen for every 1 I pay the water carriers. That might convince someone.
That's all I need to know.
Good luck, then.
God be with you.
Master Bailiff, is there anything of interest going on here?
I should say so. The bishop's vicar came to Ujits, and not even Sir Hanush knows what he's after in these parts. Something must be up, but I couldn't tell you more than that.
May the Lord watch over you.
Okay, so we got to get some of the Skalitz folk pulling their weight. Well, oh, hang on. Someone's in the stocks. Oh dear. I mean, we shouldn't really mock the poor fool, but hey, I need some light entertainment.
Good Christians, don't leave me to die. Give me a drink.
Sorry, I really can't. I don't want to end up right next to you. Oh dear. I shouldn't laugh. I've been close to being putting stocks myself on my escapades, but as I said, well... Right, a merchant. Oh, I think I know where Merchant Hagen is. I think Nightingale pointed him out to me, actually. He wants a cook?
Good health to you.
Good health.
The bailiff sent me. He said you're looking for a cook.
That's right. I'm searching for a good cook, but I've said all that to our esteemed bailiff.
Well, I offered the bailiff my help because I know the Skalitz folk.
Ah, I see. Well, ask away then.
Do you have any particular requirements for the new cook?
Well, it would be an advantage if she knew how to cook.
Well, yes, but the bailiff said you had other conditions.
Well, I want a woman who's capable of looking after the house when I'm away on business.
Young? Nimble?
What for? I want her to impress people with her food, not her face.
I understand. Sorry. I also heard there are vacant carrier jobs.
Yes, yes. I'm surprised it hasn't occurred to anyone sooner. It will certainly benefit the city if the burghers don't have to send their own servants.
It will benefit my people as well.
Of course, it goes without saying.
I also heard that you need workers to carry, to empty latrines.
It's not dignified to talk of such manners. That's not a concern for decent people.
But I need to know...
Enough. I won't have such talk in my home. Good luck to you.
Okay. All right. Well, there's still a bit of daylight hours left. See Theresa later. Train with Captain Bernard tomorrow. I think I can continue on here. Alex from Skalitz. Alex, where's Alex? Go have a look around for him. Maybe he's by the main gates. Ah. Alex? Is that you?
God be with you.
How are you coping?
As well as we can, Henry. You can be glad Sir Radzig took you into his service. I hear you even go hunting with Lord Capon.
I've been once. And I don't think it'll be happening again anytime soon.
Ah, it's a shame. Because I was gonna ask a favor of you. I'm sure you know there's a lot of hungry mouths here, so I thought you might be able to help.
I don't know. I'm not such a great hunter that I could feed all the refugees.
No, that's not what I meant. It's the townspeople here who have a taste for game. They want to live like the nobility, see? A few of the burghers have been to see me already, to ask if we'd try our luck in the woods. They promised us supplies in exchange. Flour, lard, eggs, and the like. But we can't afford to take the risk of poaching. We're barely tolerated as it is. If one of ours got caught in the woods, they'd hang him from the nearest tree. But I was thinking, you're in Sir Radzig's garrison, and you go hunting with Sir Hans. You could help us.
Oh, God. Well, gotta help my people.
Well, I got away with brawling with Lord Capon, so I don't suppose they'll string me up for a few hares.
Great, Henry. I really appreciate it. The local tailor was asking me about getting some hares to put on a feast for a visiting merchant.
All right. I'll bring you something.
Thank you. You'll be saving us from starvation. Take care now.
Well, that's not everything.
I'd like to ask about our former neighbours. There are jobs here for some of them, and I have to pick people.
The bailiff told me about it. He still wants our people to do the knacker's job?
What of it? It will benefit everyone.
Not everyone. There's not enough work for everyone, and no one wants to do the knacker's job.
I'm also looking for a cook. Do you know of a good cook who's looking for work?
Well, there's Agnes. I've heard she can cook better than anyone. Only...
Well, what's the problem? Did something happen to her?
No, it's just that I haven't seen her around here for ages. I believe she's cooking for the local parish priest and living at the presbytery. So I don't think she's in need of work.
So, do you know who's most in need of some coin and is fit for hard work?
Everyone's in need of coin, but not everyone is fit for such work.
Who should I talk to then? Where will I find them?
I'll talk to them myself and send them to meet you in front of the Rathaus, so they'll all be in one place. It'll take me a while, though.
But having a job could save someone's life.
Water carrying, maybe. But if they have to do a job that's not fit for a decent person, only for the knacker or the executioner's servant?
So you think there's no point in it? That it's better to beg than have a job, even if it is hauling shit?
You forget that that's a job for the knacker's hired hand, not for displaced people. When we return to Skalitz, they'll never be able to rid themselves of the stink.
Thanks. I'll go.
God be with you.
I lost everything I had.
Well, I'll be in front of the Rathaus waiting. Thank you. Huh. And in the meantime, I'll see if I can find Agnes. By the time I've found her, perhaps there'll be some people waiting, ready to take on some work. The quicker this gets done, the quicker I can be back to my other jobs. And hunting for hares, well, could get me into a lot of trouble, but if it's going to help the people of Skalitz, I've got to do it. I'll just be very, very careful and make sure that I'm not seen. There's some woods not too far away from Teresa's mill, so there shouldn't be too much problems. I'm assuming he meant this church. And I'll try in the church first, but he did say near the presbytery, so could be over there. Oh. She's saying her prayers.
Beneath thy mercy we take refuge, O Blessed Virgin. Disdain not our supplications in our distress, but deliver us from perils, only pure and blessed one.
Amen. Sorry to
Eternal rest grant unto them, O Lord, and let the perpetual light shine upon them. And may the souls of all the faithful departed, through the mercy of God, rest in peace. Amen.
Amen. Agnes, sorry to disturb you.
Good afternoon.
Are you Agnes, who works at St. James?
I am. Or I did, before those devils rolled in and burnt down Skalitz. Why do you ask?
I'm looking for a good cook and housekeeper, and everyone I asked sent me to you.
I've been blessed by God.
So it seems. Anyway, the local merchant wants someone who can cook food fit for nobility and take care of his household.
Well, Father Francis was very fond of good food, but I can't just go serve someone else.
Why not?
Because I'm still Father Francis's housekeeper.
But I heard he fled and isn't coming back.
Don't pay any attention. They're just rumors. I'm still his housekeeper.
Where's Father Francis now?
I don't know. The last time I saw him, he was going to confession in Sasau. But that was before all these terrible things happened. I've heard no word of him since then.
Does he go to Sasau often? Where does he stay when he's there?
Not so often. About once a month. He always used to stay in the inn near the monastery, so he wouldn't have far to go.
I'll ask around about what happened to Father Francis. I'll let you know.
Good luck then.
Eternal rest,
Oh, well, nothing's ever simple, is it? Sasau, that's miles away. Kunish? Huh. Right. Okay, so the cook is not going to be happening anytime soon, but maybe, just maybe, we might get some water carriers. And excrement carriers, as it was said. Oh. Hello there. Are you... Oh.
Good health to you.
Seems these people are waiting for something.
God be with you.
How does life in Rattay suit you?
I suppose it was kind of them to take us in, but then they just left us to fend for ourselves. Nobody gives a damn about us. May the Lord watch over you.
Good day to you. What do you need? May the Lord watch over you.
Well, there's 5 jobs and only 3 people, so I don't think Alex is finished. I will be with you all shortly. If you wait here, I'll speak to you all about the jobs in a short while. Right, I better start going. I mean, this time is getting on. Right, sorry about the wait.
Are you here on account of the water carrying?
Yes, I am. My name is Vincent.
Nice to meet you. I'll ask a few questions and we'll see. All right?
Fine. Ask away.
What did you do before this?
I work for my father.
Doing what? Who's your father, anyway?
He was Moimir. We had a farm near Skalitz.
Really? His farmhands came to the tavern a lot, but I never saw you there.
I don't go to taverns.
And what would you give me if I put in a good word for you?
I've got nothing to give.
Oh, come now. You say you want the job, so prove it to me.
Mother told me I should go and help. If you don't want my help, fair enough.
How are you holding up?
Well, I'm alive. But I miss my father. And the farm, too. But Ma says there's no use dwelling on it. Life must go on.
What happened with Bailiff? He couldn't get a word out of anybody.
I don't know. I didn't talk to him at all.
That's enough for now.
May the Lord watch over you.
Cheers. Poor fella.
Help your neighbor.
Good day to you. What do you need?
You're here about the water carrying?
Aye. I can haul water all day long.
So, do you want the job? There's plenty of other folk that will take it if you don't.
I do. I want it. What do I have to do?
So tell me, what was your trade before?
I was a miner, then a farm laborer, then I was a servant, then I fled from Scullets and ended up here.
Quite the fat totem, aren't you? Was none of those jobs good enough for you?
I liked them all, but they were always sending me to do something else. Pickman, they'd say. Leave this and go and do that.
Am I invisible or what?
Pickman. That's your name?
Actually, my real name's Vassal, but they call me Pickman.
Is that German?
No. It's from when I was in the mines, digging with a pick.
You're just going to pretend I'm not here?
How are you holding up, anyway?
What can I tell you? I've seen better days for sure.
Not talking to me?
What happened with the bailiff? He couldn't get a word out of anybody.
That peacock, what was strutting up and down and shouting at everyone? He told me he'd no time to listen to a buffoon like me. So I shut my mouth.
Not talking to me?
That's enough for now.
So, we're agreed then? When do I start working?
Look, the bailiff is the one who'll decide after I report back to him.
So, I might not get the job? I'll be in the shit if I don't. Understand? Good luck to you.
Talking to me?
Hello? So we got Vincent, rather. Pickman.
You're just going to pretend I'm not here?
Oh, she's a high-strung one, isn't she?
God be with you. What can I do for you?
What do you want?
I want to work. And I heard you're the one in charge of giving out jobs, not the bailiff.
It's true. Do you know how to cook? If you know how to make food for nobles, then I might have something for you.
Where would I learn to cook food for nobles? I want to carry water.
But Alex has already picked people who want to carry water.
He didn't ask me, though. So I came here myself.
Be that as it may, I already have the people I need to carry water. And anyway, it's no job for a woman.
I'm strong enough to knock you on your arse, you pup. Good luck, then.
Oh, dear. Have we got enough people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we do.
You're interested in carrying water?
I am. It's about time something good came to decent folk.
I agree. Now, I'll ask you a few questions.
What? But I want the work and I deserve it. Keep your questions for good-for-nothings.
Okay, well, that's enough for you.
That's enough for now.
May the Lord watch over
With an attitude like that, he can carry the shit.
You're here about the water carrying?
I am. Where do I get some pails?
Hold your horses. We haven't decided yet who gets the job. I have to ask you a few things first.
What for? I can handle the job. But ask away.
What trade did you do before?
I worked in the mines, at the winch. You've heard of Tonda the winch, right? Strong as a bull.
Ah, the name sounds familiar. You were one of the new miners, weren't you?
I was. I came last autumn. The winter was mild enough to work the mines, and I showed everyone I was a hard worker. So do I get the job?
We're not finished yet. And how are you holding up?
Not very well, I'll tell you that. I help out with something every once in a while and get some money for it. But it's not enough. especially when the dice don't fall in my favor.
Sure. And have you tried looking for other work?
What for? They'll get the mines running again, and I'll have a real man's job.
And what about soldiering? That's real man's work, isn't it?
It is, and I'd be good at it. When I land a punch, you'd think you were kicked by a horse, which I once showed to a soldier I fell out with over a game of dice. Only, I'm too smart for soldiering.
No doubt. I know everything I need.
So, can I go carry water then?
Not yet. I'll tell the bailiff and he'll choose.
Well, I hope he chooses me. Otherwise, I might be very angry.
I'll bear that in mind.
Take care now.
Okay, and finally...
God be with you.
You're one of the people interested in work?
Well, Alex told me that I'm supposed to ask about a job carrying water.
That's right. But first, I'll ask you a few questions. You are...
Peter. But everyone calls me Rock. There was more than enough Peters in the mines. And not just in the mines. So...
At the mines? So you're a miner?
That's right. I worked in the East Shaft. And I hope I'll be working there again. Now that I think of it, have you heard anything from their lordships? When will they open the mines again?
I have no idea what their lordships plan to do about it.
All right. I just thought you might have heard something.
That's enough for now.
Farewell.
Right, Mr. Bailiff. Hopefully, well, I think I've made my choice. Where is the bailiff? Hello? Oh. Looks like his private quarters. Where is he? Can't be far away. Where's the bailiff? Could be on patrol. It is getting a bit late. Maybe he's patrolling the taverns to make sure they're going to start to close. Go take a look around. Ah! Bailiff!
Good health to you.
I know everything I need to know to pick the carriers.
Splendid. I'll be glad to get this damn business off my back. So how have you decided?
So, how do we do this? Do I just give you their names, or should I send for them?
Just tell me their names and whether they should carry water or something else. Don't worry, I'll send for them.
The problem is I didn't ask them what they wanted to carry, but well, tough. They'll get what they're given. So I've got to remember their name. Right, Vincent.
Vincent, Moimir's son.
Vincent? Never heard of him. What do you think he should do?
To carry water.
So we have one person to carry water. Who's next?
Okay, and I'm thinking... Gotta get this right. Who was the rude one? Wasn't there was one really rude... Oh, I've forgotten the names. I'm terrible with names. Tonda was the person that worked the mine. So was Pickman.
Peter, better known as Rock.
Peter? Rock? Didn't he get into a fight and injure his arm? Well, what should he do?
Oh, I don't know. Wait a minute.
Or maybe someone else.
Jesus, I can see this ain't going to be easy.
Sorry, Bill. If my name's Antonia.
Antonia?
What? A woman?
Yeah, is that a problem? You never said it had to be only men.
I didn't, but I kind of assumed it would be clear. It's a long walk with a heavy load, man's work.
Ah, yes. She did have a fire to her, didn't she? Yeah.
She can handle the job. Have no fear.
Let's hope so. You'll have to answer to me if she can't. Where do we put her then?
Oh, definitely with the water.
To carry water.
So we have one person to carry water. Who's next?
Okay. Now, who was the really rude? I think it was Pickman. It was a really rude one. No, it wasn't. It was one I talked to. I think it might have been Cornelius.
Cornelius?
Ah, Cornelius. I had him here once looking for a job. Where do you want to put him? I'd like to see him with buckets of shit.
Yeah, he was a rude one. Yeah, I agree.
Carrying shit.
Good. One person for this job. Next.
Okay. So, yeah, Rock.
Peter, better known as Rock.
Peter? Rock? Didn't he get into a fight and injure his arm? Well, what should he do?
He was the last person that I talked to, and he seemed a fairly mild-mannered fella.
To carry water.
So we have one person to carry water. Who's next?
Which leaves Pickman and Tonda. And both of those worked in the mines. One of these guys is going to be carrying shit. I think Pickman. I think Tonda was quite cocky. Too intelligent to be a soldier. Well, if you're too intelligent, you will find an intelligent way to get a job.
Vasil goes by the moniker of Pickman.
Pickman? I hope he doesn't have a history of pickpocketing.
No. They call him Pickman because he worked in the silver mines, and he was very keen with the pick. So much so, he managed to chop off 2 of his fingers.
Well, he can't do too much damage with a bucket, I suppose. Where do you want to put him?
Carrying shit.
Good. One person for this job. Next?
That's it.
Good. All decided. Now about the cook's job.
I'd like to talk to you again about that job. That's all I need to know.
Good luck, then.
God be with you.
Right. Excellent. So I just need to find him a cook. Teresa!
Do you want something?
I'd like to ask a favor of you, Hal.
Of course. What is it?
I heard you're picking people to carry water. No one needs the job more than Antonia.
Adam never mentioned any Antonia.
I'm not surprised. But Antonia really needs that job.
Well?
Well, I'll keep it in mind. But I'm supposed to find someone who can handle everything. I don't know what the bailiff will say.
It won't hurt to try. And if it doesn't work out, then try and get Vincent a job at least. He needs something to do.
Idle hands are the devil's tools. What's he up to, chasing wenches?
Vincent? A quiet, well-mannered boy like him? Not at all. It's just his mother has no one but him. Look at you, lover boy.
I'd like to know... So, how'd you like it in Rattay?
It's a big town with good strong walls, so I suppose we're safe here. And they took us in our hour of need, but for how much longer? They'll grow tired of us soon enough.
That's all.
Okay. I'll keep her in the dark about Antonia. And then when Antonia is announced as getting the job, it'll be a nice pleasant surprise. Right, well, I've seen Teresa. much to talk about. I'll just loosen my tongue when I'm around her. Perhaps when we're in the comfort of the mill and sat down, a conversation will flow a bit better. Right, it's been a long day. I'm getting tired. It's time to retire to the mill, have some supper, and a long sleep. And in the morning, it's back to training. Yeah.